Welcome, everybody. I am Gretchen Curry. I am the founder and president of StaffLink. StaffLink is a private duty and home care company that has been providing services to the St. Louis region for over 34 years. I am here today representing StaffLink and also Senior Resource Options. Senior Resource Options is an organization made up of business owners who offer services to the senior population here in the St. Louis area. And we also offer educational programs for seniors and their families. Today, I am here, I'm excited to be here with Brooke Grubb. Brooke is a licensed dietitian and a registered dietitian. Brooke has a master's from the University of Central Arkansas in family and consumer sciences. Did I get that right, Brooke?
Yes.
Okay. And Brooke is currently the supervisor of food and nutrition services at Aging Ahead. Aging Ahead is a regional nonprofit that services various needs of seniors in our area. Today, I have asked Brooke to come and share with us about seniors and malnutrition. Brooke, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the first question I have. And that question is, Brooke, tell us about the services you provide as a licensed dietitian and registered dietitian.
Well, one of the main parts of my job is developing menus. So through the state of Missouri, we're able to provide meals to our participants as dictated by the Older Americans Act. And those meals require a certain level of nutritional value. So it's my responsibility to make sure that they meet that requirement. And then additionally, I field a lot of one-on-one client discussion as well from any participants who might be referred to me or those who just have questions and want further information or just further resources about specialized diets or nutrition education in general.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know some of your nutritional services were so broad, but that's good to hear that. Brooke, tell us, and I'm talking about seniors, their families, and industry professionals like myself who work with older adults, what is important for us to understand about seniors and malnutrition?
So one of the biggest things that I've learned in my experience is as we age, we tend to decrease our muscle mass, or we tend to lose some of that muscle mass. A lot of that helps with our strength, our mobility, all of those types of things as well. And in order to maintain that muscle mass, we need adequate nutrition. So, what I'm looking for, if I'm looking for signs of malnutrition, would be things like unintended weight loss. One of the precursors to that can be change in dentition. So if you have loss of teeth, or maybe you're waiting on your dentures to come in and you're, on pureed foods for a little while, sometimes those hunger cues as we age aren't as sharp as they were whenever we were in our younger years. And so it does, we tend to lose our appetite, or that decreases as well. So those are all really big qualifiers to me that are kind of more of those precursors to malnutrition that are important to look for.
Okay. So my next question is, Brooke, tell us how a family or a senior or their friends who are observing things, our industry professionals like myself, can work with a senior to address the issue of malnutrition.
So once it's identified or diagnosed, or even if you do start seeing unintended weight changes, that's usually the big one. Really what I like to do is make food exciting. That's my favorite part of it. So, making sure that those foods have great flavor, they're appetizing, you bring a lot of variety. It can get really boring if you're eating the same food every day, or if the food is not seasoned enough, or any of those things that wouldn't really encourage an appetite or an increase in appetite. Another thing that you can do is always try nutrition supplements. So high protein, oral nutrition supplements. They're available at pretty well any pharmacy or grocery store. And those can be used as a supplement to meals, not in place of meals, just as an addition to for extra calories and protein.
So, Brooke, share with us any local resources that might be available.
Well, I'd love to tell you about Aging Ahead. So feel free to reach out to us at Aging Ahead because we do provide meals 5 days a week. We, service all 4 counties in the St. Louis area. So St. Louis County, Jefferson County, Franklin County, and St. Charles County. We'll get you signed up with meals as long as you meet our age requirement. And we'd be more than happy to, I provide counseling services. We provide nutritious meals at least once a day, 5 days a week. Those are all options to just kind of help reach out to seniors in our community and, give them something nutritious that they might not make at home for themselves normally.
Okay. You said something. You said as long as they meet the age requirements. I thought about this. Are there any income requirements to participate in Aging Ahead's program?
Nope. As long as you are 60 and older, you are eligible for our meals. So, yeah, that is available to anyone 60 and older.
That's really excellent. I had always assumed there was some type of income requirement also. Well, that's great information. And I think you would probably agree with me right now. We're living in a time where there are readily accessible meal delivery services, local ones and national ones. So if a senior is not cooking, and if they're for some reason not participating in your program, there's so many great options available locally and whatnot that they could consider to have meal delivery.
Absolutely. As we age, sometimes we can lose, dexterity or fine motor skills. There are, visual deficits that might come later in life as well that make it really difficult to prepare meals. Sometimes it does take a lot of energy to cook as well. And so having something readily accessible is so important, especially for fighting malnutrition.
And I think for a senior that might be living alone, they really sometimes don't want to prepare, take the time and prepare a meal for them, buy them a solo meal. So maybe there's some other options they can consider. So Brooke, my last question is, how can you be contacted at Aging Ahead if a senior or their family or someone in the community has questions that they'd like to ask you?
Well, please reach out to our main number at 636-207-0847. That's going to get you to our front office, and then we'll be able to match your zip code to the center that you would be, closest to that could service you best. If you want to reach out to me, my number is going to be 636-225. Actually, I'm so sorry. It is 636-207-4225. And that's my direct office line. And I'm available to answer questions or help point you in the right direction for meals and services.
Well, Brooke, again, thank you so much for joining us. This information was valuable.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time and for giving us an opportunity to talk about what we do.